Welcome back, traders, to Framework Fortune, and welcome if you are new. We are going to jump into some live trading here. Market kind of looking surprising at first glance, but I haven't really looked around yet. So, good morning, Lori, or good evening. I always forget that. You don't have to beat me with a stick till I remember, Lori. Let's see here. I need to get things straightened out. What's up, Eric? Good morning, buddy. Oh, I can't see it because it's not popping up. There it is. Bring these expansion areas down. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Now, let's see what we got going on. So, where's the oil at? Let's see. Oil hit 115 and was rejected, so that's why we're seeing all these oil plays turning red. So we got some of the crypto plays green, but crypto's a little sketchy, but Ethereum has broken over 3,000 and has been holding and is trying to continue to push. Bitcoin over 43,000. Yeah, I believe. Gold's up to 1960. Silver almost back to 26. So it looks like money is going into gold, silver, and cryptos as the NQ, like I was calling yesterday in HH Traders chat, was a bull trap. And it certainly looks like it definitely looks like a bull trap now. So if all the money starts going into cryptos, gold, and silver, well, you guys have been following me. You know, I'm going to be doing some happy dancing. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me put that over there. All right. Took a loss on BKKT this morning. You had a 30-cent stop. Yeah, so only 10 shares, you lost $3. Those profits you've been making, nice and sound and safe. And that's why I've been saying it's much better to go the smaller capital route for the bigger gains than it is to go the big capital route for small gains. Would I take a change? What did you ask me, Lori? I'm not understanding that. Oh, the 10 shares for DTS. You had 50 shares on BKTT. Well, still, I mean, 50 shares, 30-cent loss, $15. You know, you've been green all week, haven't you? So that $15, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. BTBT. So we are seeing cryptos move. Let me look at what we have on the scanners. At LLL, the nice pop back up. But, well, let's see. That is not, I'll put it on watch. It's not really either type of crypto or gold and silver play. Let's see, we got BXV, that's below the 200. See how this is opening? The 200's up here, the other EMAs are here. This is opening right in the middle of no man's land. So, not making my list. I do not like stocks that are not near any support or resistance. They're just floating out in the middle of nowhere. because you just don't know is it going whether it's going to drop all the way back down here or if it's going to have that push up. But you know you've only got room with the 200, so it's not worth even the risk to take a trade like this. And you can see it's dumping. So, all right, TCAT. Okay, TCAT hasn't moved in a while. That is a Chinese stock, but TCAT is a ripper. Man, this was all the way up at $49. And it's been nice. Ooh, look at this nice little uptrend. It has room up to the 200 at 581. Got to break 325, which it's testing right now. That may be a possible play. MFA, oh god, that looked terrible. AGRI, what are you doing? On this hour chart. Let me remove this. I mean, we just got, this thing could rip still quite a bit. It is below the, I mean, you can't really even look at this daily chart because it's so screwed up from how many probably common offerings and all of that stuff. But it is right there testing $4. So break of $4, that might be a play. Let's see here. CLF, that's moved about $3 so far. Cleveland Cliffs. What is Cleveland Cliffs? Oh, it's a metal company. So we are seeing metal companies popping. Wish, I don't care about Wish. Pot stocks, like 4th day in a row, seeing a little bit of green there. And IRPR's been trying to test to pop back over 200. IIPR might be the stock that gets the pot stocks going. MJ, that's a marijuana stock. Oh, yeah, these are all my marijuana stocks. Okay. Duh. DRTS. I know you guys are talking about DRTS. Wow, that thing just got wrecked. Don't like that. EVGO, I believe, is a EV Play. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's EV Play. So we'll throw it on the watch list. Has some PR from yesterday where they're getting they got secured 2 regional grants for rideshare electrification in California. EVGO just needs to break 13 and that could start running. See where it got rejected at yesterday. Nice little double bottom on this 1 hour. That's another possible play. A little bit higher float, but let's see. Ooh, look at the metals watch list. Look at all that green on all these metals. Let's go. Ooh, wow. There we go. So metal is finally starting to pop. You can see, oh, Pan American Silver jumping up almost $1 today. That's a nice move for that stock. A little bit bigger candle than it normally has. Coming close to that downtrend. Yeah, all these metal stocks starting off popping dollars. AU, Anglo Gold, Ashanti, or yeah, it is Ashanti. That one moving up a little bit as well. They're all up just like a couple of percent, but they're all up even off that couple percent are up like 50 cents to $1 from where they were just in pre-market. Now that looks really good. What is this? I forget what SSR is. SSR mining, and then it's got to be gold, I'm guessing. And that one looks pretty good. Oh, there are some oil stocks that are green. It's just not the ones we were watching. NEXT, that oil stock just started popping, a little bit higher float. Let's see, what is this? RGI, nothing there. So there are some oil plays that really weren't previously moving that much that are starting to push up. Alright. I think I got enough here to work with. Let's see where you guys are in the comments. Oh, would I buy DRTS for a swing to the upside? No, not right at the moment. And it's a double top on this. Well, I mean, see, here's the thing. You could possibly look for an entry here to see if it rebounds up. And that certainly is a possibility if this candle holds up. And if we start dropping below the body of this red candle and we crack below that little wick, if we go below 1375, we could pull back some more. However, this is the first candle that's been above the EMAs, although this has only been out, it looks like, for a couple of weeks. Yeah, like 2 weeks. This could be a possible good play. I'm going to give it a little bit more time and see if it's going to hold. Let's see, DRTS is 83 million. Don't have any PR there. We'll come back to that. TCAT still trying to push. LL I'm not liking. See, I know, Eric, you said volume was on IMPP, but IMPP came out with that common offering and just ruined all the momentum that it had, you know. So with that common offering, the float, the amount of shares to the public's going to be bigger now, which means more supply. If we don't have the demand, it could continue down in price. But it is, you know, since the gap down from that common offering, it has been trying to come back up. But I'm a little sketchy on that one. It's still, you know, below the 200-day moving average. And actually right now it's below all moving averages, which is a pretty bearish sign on the daily. So I at least want to see it get back over 250. I think you guys are on to something with DRTS here. It's starting to try to hold up there. Let me get into a 15-minute chart. Let's see what we look like. So this thing looks like it got halted twice. You know what? I'm going to go. I like what I'm seeing here. On the 15, on the daily chart, you know, it is a big wick, but we got plenty of time in the day left. And that hour is right on the 10-day moving average too. Like I said, we need to see it get back over 15 to be in good position on this play. If it can get back over 15 and start holding 15 as support, well, I'm in 50 cents below 15, so that would give me plenty of room to let this play. TMC keep tanking. What was TMC though? TMC, I think was a metal company, or it is a metal company now. It was. It's not like they went out of business, but they are a metal company. Now we do have to be careful because if this $14 area cracks, this thing could drop all the way down to 12. So that could be a $2 drop. Good morning, Sharima. Oh, would you say TMC is nickel? Yeah, so I mean, nickel has definitely got the possibility to go up in inflation and has actually. Nickel prices are pretty high. And anytime somebody mentions nickel, I got to mention this. This is just something great to know, especially in these uncertain times. Uh, 1964, the government stopped, or I guess the Federal Reserve, I should say, stopped minting coins in silver and gold for the most part. Like before 1964, all quarters and dimes will be silver. Anything after 1964 is going to be garbage. Unless, well, there's a couple of small there's a couple of coins past 1964 that have some value, but your nickels, even the nickels up to this point today, are made of more nickel and copper content than the actual nickel it's worth. I'd say at this point it's probably worth, a nickel is actually worth 6 cents in the copper nickel weight, which is more than the 5-cent face value. It is the only piece of U.S. currency left that actually holds any value because it is made from actual, real, valuable metals. So if you throw nickels away because you think they're just 5 cents, don't do that. Save all your nickels. Let's see. Lori Lee said, too bad it keeps crashing. Well, I mean, looking at the hour chart, DRTS really hasn't kept crashing. It had an hour where it went straight up about $8, which is a very nice rip. And then it just had a very big pullback. Of course, people who are in here at $12, this runs to 20. They're going to lock in some profit. So you saw a lot of selling there. The question is now that we're done with the selling, is the buying going to start coming back in for another push up? And that will not be confirmed until we break over 15. We are moving up right now, though. Still, so far, been able to hold 1450 as support. Or at least trying to. Oh, here we go. Starting to push up to 15. We're testing 1475 at the moment. There was a big spread. Well, never mind. We may just go right through 1975 or 1475. Oh, no, we are going to get held up here a little bit. Yeah, you see the seller sitting right there on the ask at 1475. Yeah, exactly, Eric. I forgot to mention that. That's another great point. Pre 1980 pre 1982 pennies are worth more than their face value as well, because they had actual real copper weight to them. So as Eric is saying, they're actually worth twice as much in the metal than they are the actual cent. And this is one of the perfect examples of why I'm so bearish on the US dollar, because they pretty much are making it where I have to be bearish. Oh, we're just popping up right through 1475 now. Let's see a test of 15. See if we start going. Come on, get on up there. You're at 1480. Yeah. You're going to get there. Come on, get up to 15. Let's do it quickly. I don't want to play around with 15. I just want to blow right through there and let it start being support. So still getting a rejection off of 1475. I thought we were going to get up there. We're at 1489. But selling pressure coming back in at the moment. Let's see, Lori Lee, you said APVO, and it has some good PR. Let's switch over there real quick. This is running. So they just announced their basically quarter. Was that Q4 or was that for Q1? Yeah, it was Q4 from last year, as it was December 31st that they're talking about. So, I mean, it has earnings. It is going straight up. Definitely a possible play. Just broke out of this little triangle of consolidation. So, need to see some type of pullback. But I'm interested. I'm going to stay over here on DRTS. We're testing 15 right now. See if we can break it. We're getting 15s on the time and sales. There was 1, 2, 3. Yep, there we go. That's what we want to see. Some red. We want to see them greens. Show me those green 15s. There we go. There we go. Right through 15. That's what I'm talking about. I like it. I like it when that happens. That makes me feel good. Beautiful. So far, so good on this play. And we are starting to form an uptrend if this candle, which has 2.5 minutes left, can close over 15. But we're already up to 15.25. Asks tried to move to 15.50 for half a second. Let's see if they can get back up there. Okay, so we're still struggling with 15, but it is trying to hold support. Bids are trying to stack there. Beautiful. There's a couple bids still over 15. Beautiful. Bids moving up. Now, see, the downtrend did break on this. And we have clearly broken this downtrend. We got a minute and a half left for this candle to close. It looks like it's going to close over 15, so that will confirm that downtrend is broken. That short-term one. Don't come back down to 15. Stay above it. Got about a minute and 15 seconds left for this candle to close. 15 has to hold as support to make buyers feel better about coming into this. Real quick, let's look at LLL. LLL looks horrible. 1 hour chart, curling over, big selling pressure above it, just smashing it down at $5. So if that can try to hold 450, that might be able to come back up. But look at that. Look at that big inverse U shape, or bent fishing rod, as I like to call it. You know, this is, you're about to get a big old shark on the end of this line. Possibly, it's going to take off with this down to the depths of the ocean when you have your bent fishing rod like this. So we'll see. It could try to hold up because on the hour chart it is above all EMAs with some support at 4. But so far I would not touch this whatsoever. Alright, anyway, back to DRTS. We're coming in the last couple of seconds on this candle. I want to see if, yep, nice. We are going to close over 15, but we're closing really close. I'd prefer to see it close up towards 1550. So we're going to need to see 15 hold up right here. Austin, you got 665 entry on APVO. Not too bad. It's still kind of in that consolidation. It hasn't actually broke all. It looked like it was going to break, but ended up pulling back into the consolidation. But yeah, that's not a terrible entry. You got 650 right there below support. If it can continue this, I mean, it's got a beautiful uptrend. So basically, you bought it off of the uptrend. You may get paid on that one. Oh, DRTS. What'd you pull back to? Pulled back to 1459, but was immediately bought off of there. The one thing I do not like at the moment, though, is we're flat topping right at that 15. We do not want 15 to hold as resistance, and it is holding as resistance because we're really close to the support of the trend line. So if resistance is that close to the trend line and it's holding, their sellers that close, they're trying to push this down. Shorters may be looking to try to get it down some more. We'll see. Yeah, like I said, we at least got the trend line, so we'll let that ride. LLL. I don't like it. I don't like that at all. Let's look at the daily on APVO. So you are below the 200-day on APVO. You're coming from way down here. Right where it's getting rejected at is 715 is the bottom across here. Let me pull this over so you guys can see a little better. If I draw a line right there at $7, you can see it was a floor back here. It was previous support, cracked below there, and hasn't got back up above that previous support. So that previous support has now turned into new resistance. So until it can break $7 and hold above $7, it could pull back. So the big thing on that one is look for that $7 break, which is possibly close to coming. It's not far, but it is starting to crack a little bit. And DRTS is really not looking as strong as I was expecting after that pop back over 15. What is happening right now on the SPY? Let's see. So the NQ is trying to test, well, it's actually not even there yet, but it's trying to get back up to where it was testing yesterday at the 200 in the downtrend. But again, that almost looks like a bent fishing rod as well. That's why I think we're going to see another pullback in the market. With that pullback starting to happen on the NQ, it may screw up these plays. Well, let's see. What is DRTS? Oh, DRTS is a medical stock. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. DRTS is not a metal stock. I think I said metals. I meant to say um, it is a medical stock. There we go. I got it out. It took me a second. So, any stocks that are not gold and crypto, maybe oil, are probably going to take a little hit. Let me see here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ethereum is on the 3100 testing right now. Woo. Woo. I love it. You got your stop at 630. Well, you have that uptrend right there. So 630. If that uptrend cracks, it may cause this thing just to dump. Because again, it is below the 200-day moving average. Um, it could just also, continue to kind of go sideways. But it does look like this uptrend is cracking, especially after that wick there, that rejection on 7. We'll just have to see. If LLL doesn't drop below 450 here and it starts to turn around, that upside down U shape, that bent fishing rod pattern thing is going to be broken. So there is a chance that LL might try to come back alive here. I'm surprised these crypto plays aren't ripping hard yet. With crypto plays, with cryptos possibly ripping, I mean, we are getting very close. Yep, Ethereum just broke 3,100. Bitcoin's almost to 44,000. Uh, that may be a good idea to be keeping the crypto stocks on watch the next couple of days. Maybe next. Well, actually, if Ethereum and Bitcoin are going back full bullish, which seemingly is the case, then we may have, though that type of run, when cryptos run an altcoin bull market like I'm predicting, could last a month, but more than likely they usually last like 6 months. So if we have that type of hot crypto market for the next 6 months, we're going to see these crypto stocks go insane. But we're not quite there yet. We still need to see Ethereum and Bitcoin move up just a bit more. They got to show a little bit more strength and start holding some support areas. But we are very, very close to that hot market. Let's see. What do we got here? DRTS, you put a stop loss at 14. That's not. I mean, that depends on the shares that you have. If you have like 1,000 shares, a 60-cent stop loss. If you got in at 14.60. that would be a $600 loss. But if you're getting in with smaller share size, like I'm in here at 10 with 10 shares, you know, if it drops $2 on me, or if it drops 66, I might have to go beat myself in the head with a stick. I can't get my words out this morning. Too much talking. With only 10 shares or 20 shares, if you're risking 60 cents, then you're only looking at a $12 loss with that stop loss. So very small risk for possible high reward, because if you're risking that $6 for that stop loss with the small shares, you're risking $6 for a potential rip back up to 20, which is a $5 move, and on 10 shares that would be $50. So a risk of $6 for a profit of $50, that's a good solid trade. You know, that's beautiful. But we'll see. It's really, it's not confirmed really yet that it is going to continue to push up, as we are still struggling with the $15 area. Let's see, Samuel, new to the channel, loving the content, awesome, man. Well, welcome to Framework Fortune. We are not just one channel, we have a whole network of channels, and the best thing you can do is go check out frameworkfortune.com, and it is free. You sign up with your email, no paywalls. Come join us in the Discord, and there's all kinds of nice little goodies. We're actually coming to the end of upgrading the website. So in another day, because I did a lot of work on it last night, it is looking spiffy. I told you guys we were going to get swanky moving forward, and that's what's going to happen. So that upgrade of the website going to bring a lot of free value for you guys. And then not only that, we are coming close to the end of phase 1 on the blockchain project. But yeah, lots of stuff. So welcome to Framework Fortune to all of you who are new to the channel. But we are not just a channel. We are a community. And we are a community that is taking over the world, and we're going to screw over all the industry that's been screwing us retail traders over. And not the Wall Street bets dumb way, but very, very strategized. And that is what the Framework Fortune blockchain project is all about. And you can find trading lessons, all that stuff. There's just so much. There's so much. We have so much free content, trading lessons, just everything. Woo! Anyway, sorry, I have to plug. When people come in as new, I gotta plug. I gotta let them know. It's not, you know, you guys in the community know what's up. We gotta keep building our power in numbers, so we can continue to take on the rest of the world. And try to make some real changes for everybody as far as trading education goes. Looks like we are going to try to get back above 15 here. Buying was coming in. Yep, see it. Well, getting a little rejection. Can you get back over? If it can just, it's got a minute and 50 seconds left on this candle. If it can just peek itself back over 15 before it closes. I really don't want to see this close as a double top. If it closes flat like this, there's a good possibility we crack this trend line and dump. So I really want to see this candle throw a little wick up, something, just a little bit over 15, so it doesn't just close as a flat. See, LLL, it's still trying to hold up, but still looking a little sketchy at the moment. TCAT is consolidating. A little bit of a triangle there. APVO starting to crack. That's what I was saying. I'm not really. Uh, well, like I said, it's got to break 7. So that wick didn't even get up to 7, actually. That wick on this candle just went right to where these other wicks are. So we can't even get up to 7 right now on APVO. That shows a real struggle with the selling pressure. Okay, DRTS. You got 15 seconds. You're gonna do a nonsense close, aren't you? You're gonna close right there as a flat top, but close as a stupid, really close flat top. We're going to see how this next candle reacts here. If this candle starts pushing down, this play is probably going to be over. If it starts going green, got to re-break that 15. I'm starting to spit bars in here. Yeah. I think I'm gonna put a stop loss myself right under 14 for the time being, because if this does crack, it's gonna yank back probably pretty hard. All right, let's see here. What else we got? Oh, what's up, Lauren? Good morning. I didn't see you say good morning. Actually, Lauren, I want to get in. We need to get on a call today. We got to get some things fixed up. Yeah, $7 floor. Yep, Lori is dropping bars on everybody right now. Never buy the top. Exactly right. All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick little break here. Just a couple of minutes, and I'll be right back. I have a couple of calls. As well as a coach. Man, busy, so busy. Such a good thing. Such a good thing, but all the busyness. Ooh, here we go. There we go. Starting to show some strength again to get back over 15. Beautiful. All right, cool. I'm going to go take that break real quick. That's what we wanted to see. As long as it stays over 15, we should be good to go. And I'll be right back. So you can see we threw the wick up there to 15, but we did not hold support. We are back down to 1450. That's not a great sign. We still got 8 minutes on this 15-minute candle, but I don't like the way that looks. This candle will have to push back up green before it closes. If, and let's try it to there. It's trying a little bit, but it'll have to push back up green to not be over with, because this play is very close to cracking. We'll see. That's what I was concerned about that flat top. We showed weakness there, not able to push up over that previous green candle top right there, that top of the body of the candle. And now we're getting followed by a red candle which would lead to a sell-off if it ends up being a red candle by the time it closes. Let's see, LLL, you are... It is somewhat ending that pattern. Let me get back on the hour chart here so I can see what these hour charts look like. Okay. Yeah, I don't think LLL is going to break, because there's... Whoops, wrong thing. Grab the right drawing tool. There we go. Because you have a downtrend on the 1 hour right there. So that's where it's getting rejected at. And it looks like it may have to come back down and maybe see moves tomorrow. Okay, SPY and Q still. Okay, well, hey. Interesting. The NQ is up to that resistance again. Now, this is going to be very important here. At least, yeah, this is going to be very important. In the last 3 days, we have hit that downtrend. This is the third time, so 3 days in a row hitting it. If we do not break this time, that is a triple top. Triple top at resistance is no bueno. So we are very close to possibly seeing the market turn around here and start heading back down just like yesterday. You know, well, the first touch up there, it kind of popped up there later. It is testing. Now, if it does break this, that could lead to the rest of the day being bullish, but I still doubt we'll be out of the woodworks yet on the market dropping. DRTS, what are you doing? We got 5 more minutes. It's trying to hold still. 1450. Our volume is decreasing. You can see all these candles was red, so that's a lot of selling volume. So that needs to stop. We need to see no more selling volume and start to see green bars of buying volume push back in. AGRI. AGRI may be a possible play still. You've got an uptrend right there. BT very close to breaking 4. Where's Ethereum and Bitcoin at? Ethereum is over 3,100. Bitcoin is trying to break 44,000. So the major line on Ethereum is 45, or not Ethereum, Bitcoin is 45,000. We see Bitcoin break 45,000, then I think these crypto plays will start heating up. And Bitcoin, let me see how close to Bitcoin how close it is to trying to break here. I don't want the future. I want the actual crypto. Come on. There we go. Come on. You can do it. Come on. There you go. I don't know what's taking so long there, but Bitcoin. So yeah, we're about to break 44 right now, but you can see that's a 1 day chart. Let me switch it to a 2 hour. Oh yeah, Bitcoin is bullish as hell. Look at that, straight up uptrend since March 14th, breaking the downtrend. We're just running into that 45,000. That's it. So Bitcoin breaks 45. We're off to the races. Same thing with Ethereum. Been very bullish. Just has to break over that little 33 area right back through here. So we shall keep an eye on these crypto plays very closely. Whoops. Nope. You guys don't get to see that yet. I'm about to. No, go there. Okay. No, get away. That's the website. That's the website part I'm working on. It's private right now. I don't want you guys to see that yet. No spoilers. Although there was one spoiler in a video on the crypto channel the other day. You guys gotta pay attention, man. You never know. You never know where I might throw a giveaway at or what I'm gonna do. Crazy like that. There we go. Alright. I'm back on. Let's see. We got our no, we're still okay on DRTS and you know, no worries. As long, like I said, as long as it can get back up before this candle. Well, this candle's fixing to close in 5 seconds. So let's actually see how this next candle's going to open, because we're closing right on the trend line at 1475. So let's see if it pops back up right here. We start seeing another red candle. Crack up 1425 and it's over. At least for now. Okay, we'll give it some time here. Let's see. Daniel B is in the chat. The market looks delicious to you. One life, you think? We'll see. So it's saying they're at resistance. You know, the NQ, the SPY, the QQQ, and whether it's ETFs or futures, they're all at resistance. Same as Bitcoin and Ethereum, and gold and silver, and oil. Let's see, where's oil at right now? Oil is at 112. So all of these are right at resistance. Yeah, looks like we're going to crack here. Getting a little curl over there. I believe I'm about to hop out of here. Our trend line is cracking. Oh, well. It's still getting bought up off that 1425 area, but looks like it's going to crack. You can see we're kind of curling over. Well, that's what I've been saying. Uh, One Life is, at the moment, there's not really anything amazing to trade that I'm seeing so far. But it's because we're sitting right here at all these resistance areas and support areas across all the markets. So we're about to see some type of move, significant move to the upside or the downside. Like I said, I'm thinking to the downside. Let's see, so on the 15 minute, we are up above the trend line trying to push. A little sketchy there, though. TRTS trying to hold 1450 still. Let's see what's APVO doing. So actually APVO, I gotta change this uptrend a little bit. It's more like that now. So if APVO continues to slide up towards 7 on this trend line, that could turn into a play. EVGO, that EV stock, big U shape here. Got to break 13. If that could break 13, that possibly could go. Again, AGRI looking for that break of 4. Oh, seeing a little rejection. Seeing rejection at the trend line. This little red candle, 15-minute candle, but that's, still way too early to tell. Saying DRTS, it may be done. Let me check on. Okay. Okay, Ethereum's still pushing, but Bitcoin's still struggling with 44,000. You are short BTU, Daniel B. You are short BTU. I've been keeping an eye on BTU. I gotta look at this. I gotta see what you're seeing that made you want to go short on this. No, you're a madman. You're an absolute madman. You're gonna maybe you get the short down back to the trend line, but this thing is uptrending. You're shorting an uptrending stock. You're out of your mind. This thing's been, look at this. This thing's been uptrending for a year straight. Just tested that new high. I'm very close to testing another new high. You're going to get your pants blown off, Daniel B. You are wild right now, taking a short on BTU. That is insane. I hope you have some ice for your nuts, because that one's gonna hurt. That one's gonna hurt. Yeah, even One Life agrees with me. Even oh no, I see no. I see what you're saying. No, that is correct. You do want to short at resistance, but you want to make sure that resistance is going to be resistance. When the stock has been uptrending for an entire year, and it's testing resistance though for a second time for a possible breakout, and it's an oil stock while oil is very close to breaking back over 115 and going on a run. Yeah, I mean, you want to short at resistance, but you don't want to short at that type of resistance. That is a risky move, super risky. Yeah, I don't know if One Life is. I'm pretty sure One Life is just being. I thought he was agreeing with me at first, but I think he was just being smart, smart ass. You short resistance when the stock is not on a bullish uptrend for over a year and is testing resistance for a couple of times. That is insane to do. You the stock, I mean, BTU has been moving. Okay, all right. Anyway, I'm not even going to go any more further than that. You're just a madman. All right. Oh, wait a minute. DRTS still trying to hold up. Can you get back up here? Come on. There you go. Start pushing back up. So I haven't cut out yet because it hasn't shown complete weakness. If it was, if it would have cracked, straight below the previous candle, I would have been concerned and I probably would have been stopped out. But it's still holding. So that trend line is very close. See you at 23, 24. Are you going? Where are you going for 2 years, Daniel B? Are you going on vacation? Yeah, NQ still getting rejected at that resistance. Cause here's the thing, you are shorting an oil play on the with the NQ possibly about to drop. Every time we see the NQ, the SPY, any of the stock market market direction things we look at, whether it be future or ETF, you're shorting into resistance at the NASDAQ, which every time NASDAQ has pulled down from these areas, that's when oil has run. So you are shorting into a possible oil, a continuation of oil bull run on an oil stock. So we might see it in 23 or 2024, but it might be out on the outside of Walgreens with a cup in your hand, jingling for change. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that guy. Guys. The few of you saying, there's not a lot to trade today. Lori, you ready to go to bed? Austin, you're gonna get some lunch. Ain't nothing. BTU is an energy stock, so energy stocks have been running with oil. Nice try. Try again, Daniel B. Nice try catching me up. The whole sector of oil is running, therefore the energy sector would be running. Obviously, if oil is high prices, then other energy is going to go up in prices as well. And that is all because of inflation. So you're shorting a energy stock into a possible energy bull run. This is Peabody Energy. Says it right there. But hey, do your thing, man. Do your thing. Don't let me stop you from blowing up your account. Well, if you did some research, Daniel B., you would know all of Europe is mitigated to only using coal right now because oil prices are too high over there and coal is a lot cheaper and easier for them to get their hands on. So actually there's a ton of demand for coal right now that you're shorting into. Again. Yeah. Like I said, man, hey, do your thing. I know you like to argue with me, but I ain't going to argue about this one. I'm going to just sit back and See how it plays out for you, man. Hope it works out, but that is literally probably the craziest trade I've heard somebody take in the last year. And that's saying something because I take some crazy trades myself. I'll watch my 10 shares, man. I'm alright with my 10 shares. I'm green on my 10 shares, you know. I'm absolutely fine with my 10 shares, buddy. Just trying to, I'm just trying to help. But you never want to listen, so. Still, you're still waiting on Bitcoin to go to zero, right? It's going the opposite way again. Alright, anyway. Like I said, I'm not even going to argue with that. That's just, we'll see. We will see in a couple of days how that works out. Alright, anyway. We are starting to approach 15 again, so DRTS is trying to come back alive here. Can we get back over 15? Let's see if we see some 15s start popping up on this time and sells. So 1492. Kind of light volume right now as well. Very light volume. Last 3 candles under 250,000 in shares traded. Can we break? Get back on this uptrend. Oh, some buying just popped in there. Ask just moved up to 1497. Look at those buys. They just started popping in over 1490. We'll see them 15s. Now, if we get rejected at 15 here, that's probably it. That's probably the final nail in the coffin. So we absolutely need to see it break 15. Here it comes. Beautiful. Did push up 1512s all the way up there. 1508. Let's see if these time and sales stay above. Yeah, there we go. 1510s coming in. Bids has starting to stack at $15 on a level 2. Big selling block of 15 orders there, taking out some of that support. Let's see if buyers can continue to hold this up. Oh, the spread just moved up to, or the ask moved up to 15.25. Well, now we're right back down 15. We're getting a little wild here. Okay. All right. We're getting crazy. So, and that's what is going to happen at a major support and resistance level. You're going to see battles like this. So we just need to see buyers win this battle here. If it gets back above 15 and starts actually holding, I may add to this position. Yeah, man, pay your bills, Daniel B. Like I said, I ain't gonna argue with you about it. It's your trade. You made that decision. You can deal with the consequences of that decision or the reward. Every trade is risk reward. So it may work out for you, man. I'm not a fortune teller. All I was saying was that it was a crazy trade. Can we hold 15? So one life you just sold out of your Nvidia swing. How long you been swinging Nvidia? How long have you been in that? Or did you get in it with that swing recently? Because I know you've been watching Nvidia, which I mean, in a dip like we had, Nvidia is such a strong company. It's You were pretty safe on that. I think. I mean, from what I know of Nvidia, I think you did all right there. Oh, you got in that trade today. Oh, I thought you were swinging it because I've heard you talking about Nvidia, or I saw you talking about it. I thought a couple of times this past couple of weeks. Why is Oxy declining? Oh, let's pull it up. I'm assuming Oxy must be a coal ETF. What does that got to do with anything? It's not an ETF at all. This is just another stock. What are you even talking about, Daniel B? I'm confused. Oh, let me go to analyze. Yeah, it's an energy company. What does one energy company have to do with anything? What does that got to do with BTU? And it's very bullish. It's above all EMAs. Just hit a high of year yesterday. They pay out a dividend. Your uptrend is way down here at 45, but that thing is as bullish as it can be. So I mean, why is it going down today? Well, it just hit a high year. That'd be the obvious reason. That's great. Oxy's the biggest petroleum company in the United States. The United States is not pushing out any oil. The men. If the United States was pushing out oil, gas would not be $5. And wow, you really don't understand inflation. You do realize, I get where you're trying to go with this, but you do realize you are completely ignoring inflation. Completely. Which is a very, very, very grave mistake to do right now in your trading. Let's see. Let's go check real quick. Let's have a look see here at the current economic numbers. 10-year treasury. That looks like yeah, that's the 10. Oh, actually, that's the 10-year break-even inflation rate. That looks pretty bullish on inflation. Let's see. I'm trying to remember the exact names of these. How's our GDP doing? Oh, GDP is getting a little push. Not much, but a little push. Which one is it? See how's mortgages doing. Mortgage 30-year fixed mortgage rate average shooting up, so that's not a good thing for the housing market. Where are you at, interest? The U.S. bonds still dropping. It had a little bounce, but giving up there. There's your velocity of money. Just the velocity of money shows the indecision across all the markets right now. You know, like everybody, all the money's like kind of still sitting on the sidelines. That's why we got such a drop in velocity. Oh, there's the CPI. There's the Consumer Price Index. Look at that. It's going straight up still. The CPI is going straight up. Oh, look at that. Russian oil imports. They're starting to push up. Wonder why that's happening. You want to... Is that why you're trying to short them? Is because they're a U.S. company in oil? Maybe that would make sense. Crude oil just bouncing. This is the Brent crude oil prices just bounced and is pointing straight up. Okay. All right. Wow. Look at the producer price index for commodities. Way up there. Oh boy. Where's my actual... Let's see, how's the unemployment rate? Oh look, the unemployment rate, well, it's alright. It's actually not too bad. It's still dropping. But, let me click through here real quick. Oh, there it is. Inflation, U.S. inflation rate. Pointing straight up. So, yeah, man, have fun with that. You have fun with that shorting into stupid higher inflation and all of that stuff. Let's see. Oh, so okay. Well, if you sold that swing a long time ago, nice. So that's what I was wondering. I didn't know if you were still holding the video from that swing. That's what I was thinking, that you held it. I was like, that's been a pretty long hold. What's up, Mike B? I don't know everything, Daniel B, but I know how to look at the charts. I mean, you, you're looking at one petroleum company as a basis for your stock and ignoring all the economic data, ignoring the explosion that is about to happen in inflation. You'll learn, bud. It's okay. How you doing right now in BTU? What's that looking like? Is it coming down for you? There you go, man. It's coming down for you. You might get you a couple dollars off of this short, because you do have that room down to the downtrend. So you got about $3 you could get off of a short on this if it does give up. Been holding above 25, overnight. From yesterday, today, just going sideways there. You might get you a little something, man. I hope it works out for you. INDO all the way down to 25.50. All right, DRTS trying to get back above 15. Now we're starting to curl up a little bit. We're starting to curl up off of this trend line. We just got to get back above that 15 and hold. Austin, yeah, I am. I'm still holding it right now. Because it was able to pull back above that trend line after that almost crack, which that was actually a pretty decent sign that sellers could not crack it below the trend line. They could not bring it down there and keep it down there. The buyers are, kind of winning the battle at this area currently. We do see a break over like 15.25 maybe. Might be, I just let I don't want to ban anybody. The only reason I had banned DB was because his foul comments to Michelle about her dog. But, I'm not going to argue with him on his nonsense arguments. So, every argument has been a waste of time for everybody because it always ends up he's very wrong. So we just save the time and not even go into it. But yeah, I want everybody, even people can disagree with me. That's absolutely no problem with that. H&H, I mean, if you were in H&H Trader stream yesterday, because I wasn't streaming, and by the way, if there's any day that I'm not streaming, guys, you can go to H&H Trader's channel if you are not aware of that. He's always streaming. Well, that's another thing, too. He streams earlier than I do. So if you want like a full morning from pre-market on to like 11, 12 o'clock, well, 12 is usually pushing it for me. I'm probably going to give the stream another 15, 20 minutes here. But, always go check out H&H Trader's channel. He's live trading right now as well. But if you see me not streaming, be sure to head over there. A lot of the community is usually over there anyway. Look at this. Very nice. Getting back up over 1525. Not looking too bad there. Hal finished early today. Okay, One Life. I agree that I do have some narcissistic tendencies. There's no doubt about that. I'm not going to argue that whatsoever. But I'm aware of it. I'm aware of my ego. Sometimes that does get out of control when I am tested, especially if I am tested and the person is testing with not a very good argument or discussion. And that can get to me sometimes. So I do try to keep it in check. I really do. And I'm a Taurus. I was born in April. The galaxy and the universe is just naturally against me to make me be an asshole and make me and make me have an ego. So I'm aware of it. I try my best to keep it in check. But a lot of times it's not ego that I'm discussing or even debating or arguing. I'm not looking for egotistical or wins for my ego because my ego is already big enough. I need to not win arguments and discussions to keep my ego down. But most of the time, I don't argue or debate from that area. I don't debate from that place. My brain works where I have to question. Like when I'm having a debate, you guys have watched me debate, some of you, I don't even go into an egotistical state until I have completely destroyed my opponent's argument. I'm very specific on the questions and stuff I ask. And that sounds egotistical, of course, me saying I destroy people in some debates, but I have starting to build an extensive collection of videos of people getting destroyed in debates. So, it is what it is. At the same time, like I say this all the time, pride and ego are your biggest downfalls as a human. They're going to cause you to do stupid things and say stupid things and make stupid decisions. So that's why it's very important to keep it in check. especially if you are someone who is more prone to narcissistic tendencies like me and Daniel B. But I'm not trying to like defend myself in any way. All I'm saying is you got to realize that that is a weakness and not give in to the weakness as much as possible. All right. Well, no, see, that's the thing, One Life. You guys consider a lot of things I say as opinion. And a lot of things I say is not opinion. Me pointing to a chart of inflation and inflation being bullish and going straight up is not an opinion. That's not that is the chart. So a lot of times you guys like to misconstrue me pointing out charts as an opinion, but it's not an opinion when it's right off of the chart, you know. If the chart is showing that direction, all I'm doing is just relaying the information. You know, looking at the inflation charts, I mean, you can see it, inflation's pointing straight up. So if inflation keeps going up, commodities go up. It's very simple. Inflation means it takes more dollars to buy things. Right? So the higher the inflation goes, the more dollars it's going to take to buy things. Like energy, like oil. So by US dollar standards, all boats are probably going to rise in those commodity sectors, which was what we have been seeing. But that is not an opinion when I point to inflation and say inflation is at 9% and it's pointing straight up. That's not an opinion. So you can try to say everything I say is an opinion, but that you're inaccurately trying to represent what I'm doing or saying by saying that. Opinions are opinions, but charts are charts. So that's not an argument. What do you mean? What does that mean? One Life. My interpretation of a chart is, what do you mean my interpretation? If you can look at the chart of inflation and see that it's going straight up, I mean, how do you interpret that any different? Like, that doesn't make sense. That you looking at a chart that's and pointing out the obvious that it's going straight up is not an opinion. I can't believe you're arguing with me about this. You're going to argue with me what opinions are. Is that how desperate we've gotten now? Let's not do this. Yeah. Meanwhile, while you've got me over here arguing about nonsense, the stock that I'm in is sitting here ripping up almost well, actually, yeah, I'm up $1 over my entry now, and it's testing 16. So yeah, let's get back to the chart. You're right. Let me get back to making some money, One Life. You're exactly right. Good call, buddy. Good call. I agree with you. So very strong looking here. We confirmed that support at that 15 because we're way over it now. We're testing 16, breaking through 16. Let's go. See if we can continue to break here. 16 maybe a little resistance, but I don't think it's going to be that much. Well, let's see. No. Yeah, there's just a little resistance at 16. After 16, though, we should be... Let me check this hour chart. Yeah. Oh boy, we are looking very nice. But yeah, if we break 16, I think we'll get the move back up to the tops of these candles. About 1850 to 19 is probably going to be my profit target on this. Right here, these tops of these candles. That'll be the previous resistance. The high of days at 2065. So it's a little bit below. That's my profit target's a little bit below the high of day. We did just break over 16. We're moving on up. 625 on the ask. 625 breaking down. Is it gonna try to? Nope. We're still struggling with 16. 16's got a hold of support. We've got a couple of bids coming in at 15.99, but we need to see these bids start stacking at 16 if it's going to hold and continue on. There you go. Bids stacking right there. 2 of them so far. They got taken out. We need to see more. There we go. Another bid stack. Fighting with it. But look here. We had that decreasing selling volume, and now we're starting to get increasing buying volume. Alright, let me check something here. So, hour and a half. I need to look around at a couple of things. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. It's trying to hold 16. Whoops. Trying to fix my trading view charts here. Get back on. Woo! God's Unchained. If you've been following me on the crypto channel about this NFT play to earn game, has went from $1 to $1.70 almost in 3 or 4 days here, because staking is coming out for God's token very soon, as well as a whole bunch of other updates. So you can see God's breaking that downtrend and is on its way back up, as well as IMX, the platform, the layer 2 NFT platform on top of Ethereum that God's Unchained is a part of. Oh, we're still getting rejected at 16. At this point, I'm going to see my entry is 14.55. Yeah, I'm just going to move my stop loss up to about right there for now. Minimizing my risk some more because we are pushing up. So when we start pushing up, I like to continue to move my stop loss a little closer up. And if we get another little pop up to we get to 16.50, 17, I'll probably move it up above my entry price. And we are starting to get a little bit more buying volume coming in. 16 is starting to hold. We haven't really pulled back at all. See, LLL's still testing that downtrend, so making a nice little triangle pattern. But it's going to have to break $5 and hold $5. Where did our NQ go? Let me see what's happening over there. Oh, look at there. We are still getting rejected at this downtrend. So the NQ still continuing to look like a bull trap. Oh, EVGO broke out a little bit more, continuing to run. EVGO is a energy stock. Like I said, energy stocks are heating up. Because of the high prices in oil. All right. Now we need to break 1650 soon on this. We don't want to be held up at, well, we need to get over 16. I think we're going to hold 16 in just a few minutes here. If we don't, that would be a little sketchy. Yeah, wonderful prediction on X. Daniel being one life, predicting one metal stock would go up with inflation. If only somebody would have been saying, metal stocks are going to be going up with inflation for the past 2 years, that might have been even better. But unfortunately, you guys don't have anybody around who tries to call things out, 1-2 years in advance. Give you plenty of time to prepare. That's unfortunate, man. If you'd have had that somebody there, 2 years ago to tell you that all the metal stocks would go up with inflation, probably could have got in a lot earlier on X. But good job, good job getting in there and riding it up on inflation. I didn't know there was one called the Metaverse called MVI. What I look at for cryptos, and I'll definitely check it out. I'll pull it up. But what I look at is um, this altcoin season index. So this altcoin season index kind of acts as the same thing. And right now we're close to Bitcoin season, but altcoins have pulled back. And this is another reason why I've been saying I am expecting another hot altcoin bull run. Because altcoins have been low. We're down here. When we're down here towards Bitcoin season, altcoins have not been performing as well. Well, we got a nice opportunity more than likely to push back up, because that's what this chart, that's what altcoins do all the time. They come down to this bottom chart, and when they come down, they shoot up to the top, over and over and over and over again. So we're down at the bottom. Very good possibility we see an altcoin run. And then also I can see the top 50 performances over the last 90 days. And even though it's supposedly Bitcoin season, Bitcoin is down 11%, and we've got about 10 altcoins that are in the green. A couple of them up over 50%, 3 of them. So even though the altcoin season index is showing that it's not altcoin season and it's low, we're still bullish on altcoins. So that MVI, I'll check that out. Appreciate you bringing that to my attention. It definitely could probably be another tool. Is it just a let me see if I can find it. Metaverse MVI. Metaverse index price. So you can find it. Looks like they added it to Coinbase too. Very interesting. So we did get rejected at 16, pulling back to the trend line again. We need to hold this trend line. Okay, so the metaverse index, you got a very small supply, which is insane, 170,000. Oh boy. Look at that. That index shows exactly the beauty. Look at that. We are on a full-on uptrend in the crypto market according to this this index. Excuse me. I was talking's running me out. Thank you, Mike. I like that. So all my crypto peeps, you should definitely add MVI to your watch list. I would like to see how the index actually functions, but I'm not going to go into that right now because that's going to take, let's see, tokensets.com. Oh, okay. This is who's managing the portfolio. Metaverse Index. Here we go. Underlying tokens, Alivium, Axie, Sandbox, Decentraland. All four of those are NFT games. Let's see. I want to see what else we got in there. Engine. Tell you the weight. Yeah, right here. Current price allocation. So it's weighted by Alivium. Very interesting. Alivium is one of the NFT projects I am bullish on and I am invested in. So that actually kind of confirms my thoughts on Alivium. But I'd have to I need to dive into this more. I need to learn a little bit more about this. Yeah, because there's the calculations and stuff. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you, Mike. Very nice share of information. That's what I like to see. Snot Rocket Man said shorting AAA is super. Well, hey, Snot Rocket Man, he's currently shorting BTU. What's your thoughts on that? You know, he's ready to go short on American Airlines, but he's currently short on the energy stock BTU. Well, by the way, welcome, Snot Rocket Man. You're new to the channel, I'm pretty sure. I've never seen you in here. But that was some pretty interesting insights you just gave, so that's why I'm asking you what you think about his short on BTU. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let me ask you a question on that, on what you just said, Daniel B. And this is a serious question. I'm not trying to troll you. I seriously want to know the thought process on this. You said keep watching European and Asian markets to compare movements. If the European market is in euros and the Asian market is in digital yuan, then if you are looking at US dollar charts of those markets, you are getting an inaccurate reading because the charts are not going to incorporate for the inflation of the US dollar or the difference in inflation between the euro and US dollar or the digital yuan. So unless you understand that currency and inflation difference, if you're comparing other markets to the US markets as a leader, you are comparing inaccurate data because you're not incorporating inflation of the three different currencies for the markets that you're watching. You know, you cannot ignore the currencies if you're watching other markets to compare to the US markets. That would be pure insanity to completely ignore their currencies.
and the inflation as well as everything else that are with those currencies. Just my opinion. Oh, yeah, that's right. Alcoa, not American Airlines. Oh, you're going to short AA? No. You are crazy, man. You're going to short Alcoa? I just said the other day my brother works for Alcoa, you crazy person. I can tell you right. Yeah, wow, okay. Go ahead, short Alcoa too. Have fun with that one. Have fun with that one. Look at that. EVGO still ripping up to 13. Very nice move so far on this energy stock that is going straight up. I always get AA confused with American Airlines. I know American Airlines is AAL and Alcoa is AA, but America Airlines, it has two A's in it, so it just automatically, that just, my brain just clicks to the AA ticker symbol. But yeah, I can see you short. I wasn't arguing though against American Airlines. You shorting. That was Snot Rocket saying that he thought that was risky. I actually don't think shorting airlines are risky because they don't have anybody who can bail them out anymore. The government can't bail them out. But Alcoa, yeah, no, you. Why are you shorting energy right now? Why are you shorting energy in literally the highest inflation in 40 years? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't get that at all. SPY trying to hold up here to try to come back up for another possible test of the, or not the SPY, the NQ. But if the NQ does not come back up, if it stops short of that downtrend, expect a pullback. No, stocks go in two directions, but stocks is a share of a company. When you're talking about the overall market direction, and we're in uncertain economic times where we have super high inflation and all this other stuff going on, if you're ignoring that, you are really not, like I said, trying to compare other markets when all three currencies are different. Like you're ignoring very, very important factors to the market conditions that we are in for day trading. But as our good friend Bruno Mars says, don't believe me, just watch. Snot Rocket Man, you think DRTS is going to drop out of that pendant? It is possible. Um, I don't disagree that that is a possibility at all. But as long as it's holding uptrend and holding above 15 at this point, I think it'll be fine. And so far, we've been testing 15 for a while, and now we're starting to hold 15 as support. And I look at on this 15-minute chart, we did not ever really hold 15 as support. We had the initial rip up, got halted, and then it gapped up over. Well, actually, it gapped up right below 15, shot up, then sold off directly back below 15. So 15 is that important line where it's got to hold up a natural support and resistance area of a $5 mark. Like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 are always going to be some type of natural support and resistance. So as long as it's holding above 15, I think we're good to go. It's uptrending, but it is a possibility. Could come back down if it can't hold 15. I may end up having to hold this a little bit longer. Yeah, because I do got to get going here real soon. I got, let's see, I got any more things popping up in my email? No? Okay. There we go, starting to push back up. And I believe I'm going to move my stop loss up above my entry now. So no matter what, I'll put it right below 470 for now. My entry was at 1455. So no matter what, at this point, I will at least be in, this trade will be a green trade. If it cracks, and it might only be $1 or $2 in the green, but still better than a loss. So I will take it if it does happen to crack here. It's looking like it's going to try to go, or at least it's going to attempt to go. Yeah, rejection again there, so maybe not. We'll see. I think we're going to see either we're going to see a direction move, a significant one, probably $1 move to the upside if we break this downturn, if we break back over 16. But if we crack 15, we're going to definitely see it come all the way back down. But I think that's going to be happening very soon. Very, very soon. Let's see, LLL. LLL still making a very nice triangle. It's almost to the tip of that triangle. Is up, a little high, but oh, never mind. Just cracked that triangle right there as I was looking at it. Never mind. Okay, LLL's trying to give up. Well, let me see. Maybe it's trying to hold about right there. Maybe that's where the trend line should be drawn at. We'll see, but that was a pretty hard, quick rejection out of nowhere. DRTS back up to, oh. We got a little red doge getting followed possibly by this new 15-minute candle opening. Little red indecision candle there. So this candle pushing up over the top of this red candle would be a bullish indicator as well. All right. We'll give the stream a little bit longer because I'm holding right here. Like I said, I think we're getting very close to a significant movement. But I'm going to take another couple minute breaks here. Couple minute break to let my mental rest before this starts making some type of significant move. So I want to be mentally ready and prepared for whatever this is going to do here shortly. So I'll be right back, guys. Give me just a couple
Well, I see why we were gone. We threw a. Well, that's what I was saying. We were about to make a dollar move one way or the other, and we made a dollar move straight up to $17, but it's gotten slammed all the way back down, which is a little sketchy. But you can see volume still increasing. And as volume increasing, it is going to get wonky like this. But there's still quite a bit of selling pressure off of that quick shoot to 17. I mean, any scalper who bought off the trend line at like 15.75 and it runs to a 16.91, a $1.25 rip in about 2 minutes, because I wasn't gone that long. That's a great scalp position, so they're going to walk out profits. But my concern is the previous selling pressure seems to still be in here a little bit. We're about to close on this candle. On the hour, we still look fine. Still very bullish on the hour chart. But let's see. Daniel B., you just said to watch NIO after hours, an EV play, another energy stock. Are you bullish on NIO? Are you bullish on that energy play? Austin, as far as what is that, SNBR? Let's just take a look at it, because One Life is saying it's mattresses, and if it's mattresses, if you're talking about long term, the My Pillow guy is taking over the mattress and pillow market right now, and he has blatantly admitted to his past of smoking things. Oh, I don't know what I was saying about this candle. We still got 4 minutes on this candle to close. I misread the time. We got 4 minutes. There's still enough time that this could push back up. But you can see where we're getting held up at. It's right at that downtrend where it pulled right back under. Yeah, let's check out SNBR real quick. I'm going to pull it up on... Well, actually, I won't pull it up on there. We'll just pull it up here. It's fine. What kind of cars does NIO make? Are you guys really going to argue this? Are you really? Come on. Let's be serious. Ooh, so we're starting to turn red on this candle. That's not a good sign. We may crack here. Well, maybe not. We're still holding 1550 pretty well at the moment. I'm not going to react to anything yet. I'm just going to still sit with my stop loss where it is. Let's give this a few more minutes. Let's wait till the close of this 15-minute candle before we get too crazy. Does NIO make gasoline cars? Or do they make EV cars? What do they make? Oh yeah, let me pull up this for SNBR. That's not the question. I didn't ask neither question. Neither one of those answers both you and Will Life just gave me are not the answer to my question. What kind of cars does NIO make? Answer that. Stop playing around the question. Just answer the question. It's a simple question. What kind of cars do they make? You guys know so much about NIO. Answer the question. What kind of cars do they make? And by the way, just so you guys know, the used car market has been skyrocketing because of inflation. So, with used car prices at all-time highs, well, maybe not all-time high. Well, I don't know. It's the used car prices is pretty high. Okay, so here's SBNR. Sleep Number. Oh, Sleep Number is actually a pretty strong company. Let's analyze it. Let's see. See, the question you got to ask yourself on SNBR, the question I'm asked, I'll say this, the question I'm asking myself on SNBR is, with inflation and everything getting so high, are people going to be able to continue to buy mattresses? You know, when it comes down to where grocery expenses are getting so, oof, boy, this thing's been on a downtrend. Yeah, you don't even have a bottom yet on this. You don't have a bottom on the chart. It just cracked below that previous little bottom of 60, and yeah, but I don't know, man. You know, make your own decision, but it's very bearish. It's under all EMAs, downtrending entire year into a possible market crash. Let's check the NQ real quick. Well, the NQ is still breaking. It's trying a second attempt today at breaking the downtrend and the 200. So we'll see. We'll see if it can. It's trying. And if the market does get out of this sloping channel, then we could see SNBR, those type of stocks could start rebounding. But it's going to be dependent on whether or not the NASDAQ can get back above that 200-day and the downtrend that it's currently testing. So where's DRTS at? DRTS still hanging in there. Kind of sort of on the trend line. Still testing it though. We're still moving up, which is good, but we really need to get over 16 and start pushing towards that 1750, 18 area. We don't want to just throw wicks up. We want to see a whole body of a candle get up to 17 and hold.
there we go. We got an answer on that. So INO will be the number one EV car producer in America. Or not in America, in China. Probably the world is what I would guess what you're saying, since it is a Chinese company. Shorten, shorten energy plays and bullish on energy plays at the same time. You are the truth, DB. You are the truth. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get going here. I'm just going to probably move my stop loss up a little bit closer to 15. Well, let me see. Let me look at this on the hour chart. I'm going to leave my stop loss where it is for now. Because it still looks like it needs some time here to figure it out. Let's see. LLL looks like it's given up. Well, no. It's still holding barely. That's another play that keeps testing downtrend and resistance, but fell on the breakout. Ooh, on this hour chart, it looks like it's starting to curl over. So actually, LL may be ready to crack. That may be ready to drop hard because of this curl. Oh, BTCS up to 425. Very nice. Very nice. My boy Charles Allen. Let's see. Oil's still pulling back, but getting met with a lot of buying above 110. Gold just spiked up 972. So the gold is probably going to give another test of 2,000. And again, once we break 2,000 on gold stocks are going to get fun. All the oil stocks, they are just chilling at the moment while all this consolidation between the markets is happening. Yeah, BTCS up 6% today. I need to, let's see. That Marin right on here. Let me pull up, what is MAFH? Oh, I don't like that at all. Okay. APVO did fail that $7 test, but is trying to come back up again for another possible test. On the hour chart, very nice uptrend above all EMAs. So looks like maybe a triangle's forming possibly for that break of 7. But it's got to get back up there. It's still there's some resistance at 675. That's what it's going to have to do. It's going to have to break back over 675, hold that as support while it tests 7, and then possibly see it move. DRTS around that 1570 area. Still quite a bit of indecision between buyers and sellers. TCAT. This is another big triangle, big bull flag, like LLL. Hour chart, though, you can see a lot of selling pressure in there. Actually, I don't even know if I would, looking at the hour chart, I wouldn't even
This whole consolidation has been quite a bit of selling. Not very much buying. Buying would have to come in, and it doesn't look like it is. All right. Well, I'm going to call it a day. Either way, no matter what the case is, I will be somewhat green on this trade. It looks like it may crack here. It just gave up 1550 as support for this time being. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I'll let you guys know how this trade goes in the Discord. So if you haven't yet, go check out frameworkfortune.com. Sign up with your email. It is free. And go join the Discord so you can come and chat with us, discuss with us, debate with us, and all that good stuff. But yeah. Yeah, TCAT doesn't look great. There's not really anything at the moment that looks great because everything is, like I said, we're just in a consolidation period today where everything, all the markets are right at support and resistance areas. So we're going to be seeing some type of dynamic, significant shift in money in the markets here probably by the end of this week. And we'll see if it stays in oil or, more than likely it's going to stay in commodities. I don't see why or any reason for inflation to come down with them spending another 1 point whatever trillion dollars. But yeah. Oh, I thought you were already gone and went to sleep, Lori. Go to sleep. Get you some rest, girl. You know it's late there. Sure. Oh no, I'm not going to Mike V. I've got Matt the whatever it is MVI pulled up on my other tabs, so I'll be checking that out for sure. Sharima, you have an awesome day as well. Appreciate you continuing to join and sticking in there. It can be daunting as a new trader, but once you get through the new trader excitement and pipe dreams, because everybody's going to have pipe dreams when they start trading. You know, you see all the social media and these gurus with Lambos and all of that, and they're like, yeah, I made this money off of trading the stocks. So, you just got to stick in there, get through the initial beating, mental beating that is the entry to the stock market. And then once you've done that, it'll start to get easier and easier for you over time. And that is the importance. It's never give up, never surrender. You only fail when you give up. Any fails that are not any losses or anything like that are not fails if you are still trying. Those are lessons. And when you have those lessons that you took a loss or something, you are paying for that lesson. So learn everything you can from whatever that lesson is. But, all right, guys, you just ordered your Tesla. You'll have it in 14 months. I'm waiting on my car guy to call me with a Tesla. I don't know if you're being serious or not, One Life, but I'm in the same boat. I'm looking to trade in my little EV Leaf. It doesn't get a whole bunch of miles, so it's hard to travel state to state. But I'm looking for a Tesla or actually the new Nissan Ariya, which I think is going to get 400 to 500 miles per battery charge, which is really good up there with Tesla. But like I said, used car market, especially because gas is so high, EV cars
are going up in prices. The used car market was already going up due to inflation and all of that, but you throw in the high gas prices, then you're going to get higher prices, more demand for EV cars. The same as you're going to get demand for other types of energy. But, all right, guys. Be careful with companies doing share buybacks. That is kind of a sketchy thing. It can be. So I would suggest go on Investopedia and look up share buybacks, or just Google share buybacks and look at as much information as as you can on the buybacks, because it's not. I'm starting to curl over here, and it's looking like DRTS may not get it. Well, it's still holding at 1550. It's trying to hold, but real quick, let me see what the NQ is. Because this is, remember, this is a, oh, let's see, what is DRTS? This is a medical company, so it's, medical stocks have been warm this week, a couple of them. But if the NQ starts dropping, like I said, then more than likely this will drop. All right, enough talking all the crazy. Yeah. Well, you are accurate in what you're saying. It's not Rocket Man, but it's not exactly going up because of the reasons. I mean, yes and no. It's the inflation that is causing people to start that realization and stuff. You're right on all your analysis. It's just the inflation part that you kind of left out, which is, I mean, it's not really a huge deal, but as we are in possibly, I already think we're in stagflation, and next is hyperinflation. A lot of economists don't think we're in stagflation yet, even like Peter Schiff, who has been calling for stagflation. I think we're already seeing it, and that hyperinflation is going to be probably coming soon. Probably going to be coming. I don't want to say sooner than later, but I'll just say probably, because if somehow the Federal Reserve miraculously is able to pull the or able to put Pandora back in the box, as I've been calling inflation. We'll see if they can miraculously do that, but I highly doubt it. But hey, man, Austin, if it's worked on other plays and stuff, don't let me stop you. You guys make your own decisions, do your own research. I just give you my thoughts. Sometimes I'll disagree, and I can be wrong. I mean, you guys have seen plenty of times where I've been wrong. It looks like I'm going to probably be wrong on this play. That wick, that buy-in just was not able to come back in. At least yet. But anyway, yeah. Well, no, I've got to correct you, Snot Rocket Man. Inflation did not just start kicking in. Inflation has been happening for a very long time, especially in overdrive since the 2008 housing market crash. It's just the Federal Reserve has been able to hide the actual inflation. So if you think inflation just started, and I'm not being negative by saying this or not meaning to come off that way, but you should probably do more research on inflation and previous Federal Reserve movements and the dollar being taken off, the gold standard, all of that stuff. Like, consumers have been getting screwed over way before 2020, way before 2008. Consumers can't afford a lot of stuff because they don't even realize the devaluation of the dollar that has happened over the past 40 years at least. No, you are out of your mind. I'm not laughing about SMBR. I mean, they may be laughing at you, but like I said, you do what you know. If you think that is going to work for you, do what works for you. I'm not knocking it. Uh, but insurance for EV cars, no, that's not accurate at all. Daniel B, that's a straight up. I don't even know where you got that information. That's a straight up lie. That's not accurate at all. You must not have an EV car. If you had an EV car, you'd know better than that statement. EV can't have inflation. What? See, this is where we're not on the same page at Snot Rocket. EV inflation is not what everybody tends to think it is. Inflation, the literal definition, is inflating the currency supply. Same way you inflate a balloon or you inflate a tire, you're adding more into that currency supply. That is the first and true definition of inflation. The second definition of inflation that is in Webster's dictionary is a Keynesian economist point of view of inflation. But Keynesian economists are the same ones who have guided the U.S. administrations into doing these things, like spending trillions of dollars when we're already in debt to invest into the economy to stimulate it. That is not a thing that ever works. The reason why, because if you are the government and you are making an investment on behalf of the people and putting it back into the economy, well, that investment has risks. Any investment has risk. You are not left away. You're not, because you're the government, you're not shielded from risk. Any investment is going to have risk. So what we've continued to see is those Keynesian economists convince the whole entire world, pretty much every single government, that they can continue to print money and it's not going to affect anything as long as they're doing certain things to offset it. However, that ignores the natural laws of supply and demand, and it is not accurate. None of that is accurate. The true definition of inflation is adding to the currency supply. So EV inflation is not even a real thing. It's just inflation across the board. And that's what I'm saying. This goes back 40 years. This just didn't start. Like, if you've had a savings account for the last 20 years, interest rates have been at 2%. Well, the feds have also kept inflation at 2.2%. So you've been losing your money, your purchasing power of your dollars in your savings account for the last 20 years. Consumers have been taught to save their money in the savings account where inflation has been stealing the purchasing power out from under them. This is all what we're coming into is a whole bunch of different economic factors that has been happening the past, like I said, 40, 50 years, maybe even 60 years, all coming to a head now. As America being the world reserve currency for as long as we have, we were able to get away with all this nonsense. China is about to knock us out of that spot. We do not have any more money that we can print. Any more money printed, or not money, any more currency printed will continue to devalue the dollar, so it is going to take more dollars to buy everything, including EV cars, oil, bread, no matter what it is. That's why we saw the whole entire stock market from 2020 after the COVID dip go straight up, because the Feds told us that they were buying stocks and bonds. They were printing money and putting it into the market. The whole since 2008, the stock market has been an inflated artificial bubble. So again, if you are reading these charts in US dollar terms, the charts do not reflect inflation. It is people who are buying and selling these stocks. Charts only show reaction, people's reaction to inflation. So it's very easy to hide inflation on charts. So if you're looking at a US dollar price of a stock right now, it may say 1530, that is the US dollar price, but what is that US dollar price compared to gold, silver, cryptos, any other thing that is actual commodity of value? So there's a lot to it, but I highly recommend anybody interested in what I'm talking about right now, do the research and you'll see exactly what I'm saying. The charts show it. Everything shows it. It all shows that we're coming down because of this continuing devaluation of the U.S. currency. Yeah, I do agree with that. I will agree with you, Snot Rocket Man, that inflation does hit different sectors, or it has effects on different sectors differently. Of course, that makes perfect sense because they're different sectors, right? So of course, tech stocks during inflation, a speculative asset, they have been coming down since they were originally artificially inflated. But as far, I'm just saying in general, inflation has been going on across all sectors, the whole entire everything, because it is the U.S. currency itself that is being inflated. So it's hard to not take that into account when you're looking at longer term plays right now. If we were in normal times, I don't even want to say the last couple of years were definitely not normal times. And that's why the stock market looks like it's going to die and fall off a cliff because of all that money printing and trying to hold it up. Let's see, where am I in DTR? So it's still just kind of curling over. All right, anyway, I went way over what I was supposed to, but great conversation, great discussion about the inflation. Snot Rocket Man, appreciate you coming in the channel. Definitely like to have these discussions with people who are educated on the topic. So thank you for that, my friend, and hopefully you come back to the channel. All right, guys. Great job to anybody who was able to pull out some profits on this slow day today where we're kind of just going sideways on everything. Oil is starting to push back up. BTU still has not failed for Daniel B yet for his short on this. We'll see how that goes. EVGO still pushing up there, over 13 now. And let's just check the NQ one more time, just to see if we're getting over that. No, we're still getting rejected here. The longer that we get rejected here, the more likely that we are going to have that pullback, and this bull trap is going to catch a lot of people with their pants down if that is the case. But yeah, all right, guys. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'll be back a little bit later for some P2E gaming on the crypto channel, trying to earn more money off of these NFTs and these GODS tokens and IMX tokens. That whole market is really starting to heat up with everything they got going on. Just another one of those streams of income. Just stacking those streams of income. That's what you got to do. Multiple streams of income is the goal to break out of the hamster wheel. You work one job, one stream of income, you're going to be stuck in the hamster wheel. The idea is to stack incomes, multiple different revenues from all over the place, and all those revenues will build you up and make you jump up out of that hamster wheel. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Until next time.
This is me, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me. I know most are festering. Negativity